Imagine walking into a room not just as someone who exists, but as someone who commands presence. Not because of what you wear, not because of what you say, but because of the energy you carry. Imagine radiating confidence so deeply that people feel it before you even speak. That is the power of a queen. She does not ask for permission to shine. She knows she was born to. But the question is, are you acting like the queen you were meant to be? Or are you still doubting your worth, shrinking yourself to fit in, waiting for someone else to tell you you're good enough? Because let me tell you something. The world will never hand you a crown. No one is coming to give you permission. No one is going to wake you up one day and say, it's your time now. You have to claim it. So today, I'm here to remind you, you are a queen. It's time to start acting like one. It's time to step into your power, to raise your standards, to embody the confidence, grace, and strength that has always been inside you. The moment you decide to own it, everything in your life will be. How you see yourself determines what you attract into your life. Your identity is not just a label, it is a frequency, a vibration that dictates the way you move through the world. A queen commands her reality because she understands who she is. She doesn't second guess her worth, and she doesn't shrink herself to fit into spaces that were never meant to contain her. She embodies her identity fully, and in doing so, she attracts experiences that align with her power. Think about it. Every single person you admire, every woman who radiates confidence and grace has one thing in common. She knows who she is. She carries herself with certainty. She does not apologize for taking up space. She does not allow her past to define her future. Instead, she shapes her reality by embodying the highest version of herself. This is not arrogance. This is self-mastery. The problem is, many people have been conditioned to believe they are less than they truly are. From a young age, society, family, and past experiences imprint limiting beliefs into the subconscious mind. You were told to be realistic, to stay humble, to not expect too much. You were taught that wanting more was selfish, that confidence was arrogance, and that standing in your power made others uncomfortable. Over time, you started to internalize these messages. You stopped dreaming as big. You started doubting your capabilities. You learned to silence your voice when you should have been amplifying it. But the truth is, the only thing separating you from the life you desire is the way you see yourself. If you identify as someone who is unworthy, life will reflect that belief back to you. If you see yourself as someone who has to struggle, you will continue to attract obstacles. Your external reality is always mirroring your internal state. That is why shifting your identity is the first step towards stepping into your power. A queen does not beg for recognition. She does not wait for permission. She does not allow others to dictate what she is capable of achieving. She decides who she is, and the world adjusts accordingly. This decision is not based on external validation. It comes from within. She chooses to see herself as powerful even before the world recognizes her power. She chooses to see herself as abundant even before the wealth arrives. She chooses to see herself as deserving even before the opportunities manifest. This is the key. Identity comes first, reality follows. Most people think they need to achieve success before they can feel successful. But it's the other way around. You have to embody the energy of success before it materializes in your life. You have to walk like a queen, think like a queen, and make decisions like a queen now, not later. You don't wait for the crown to be placed on your head. You wear it in your mind first, and soon enough, the world will reflect that truth back to you. Rewiring your identity starts with awareness. Pay attention to the language you use when you speak about yourself. Do you say, I'm not good enough, I'm not lucky, or things never work out for me? If so, you are reinforcing an identity that does not serve you. A queen would never speak about herself in such a disempowering way. She would declare, I am capable, I am valuable, and everything I desire is already on its way to me. Words are not just words. They are instructions to the subconscious mind. The more you affirm your power, the more your mind will align with that truth. Your posture, your energy, and your daily habits must reflect the identity of the woman you want to become. A queen moves with intention. She does not rush. She does not act out of desperation, and she does not settle for anything less than what she knows she deserves. When she walks into a room, she does not seek approval. She expects respect because she carries herself with the energy of someone who respects herself first. If you want to attract abundance, start seeing yourself as someone who is already abundant. If you want to attract love, embody the self-love and confidence that a queen naturally radiates. If you want to be a leader, start leading yourself with discipline and grace. You cannot become something externally that you do not first believe internally. This is not about faking confidence or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about uncovering the version of you that has been buried beneath fear, self-doubt, and conditioning. The queen within you has always been there. You do not need to become her. You need to remember her. You need to reconnect with the part of you that knows she is destined for greatness. When you shift your identity, everything around you shifts as well. People start treating you differently because your energy commands it. Opportunities begin to appear because you are now in alignment with them. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer fear, you trust. You no longer settle, you rise. The world will always reflect back to you the way you see yourself. So the question is, are you seeing yourself as a queen, or are you still playing small? Your subconscious mind is the blueprint of your life. Every thought, belief, and emotion stored deep within it is shaping your reality, whether you realize it or not. If you have been conditioned to think small, to expect struggle, to doubt your own power, then your life will continuously reflect those limitations. But the truth is, your mind is not fixed. It is adaptable, programmable, and capable of profound transformation. If you want to start living like a queen, you must first think like one. You must rewire your subconscious mind to align with the powerful, confident, and abundant version of yourself. Most people operate on autopilot, replaying the same thoughts and beliefs every single day. Studies show that nearly 95% of your thoughts are repetitive, meaning that unless you consciously change them, your future will be an exact reflection of your past. If you have spent years believing you are not good enough, that belief has shaped your decisions, your habits, and the way you show up in the world. If you have been told that success is difficult or that you are not worthy of abundance, those ideas have become embedded in your subconscious, silently directing your life without you even realizing it. But here's the secret. Your brain does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. This means that you have the power to create new neural pathways, new beliefs, and a completely new self perceived simply by consistently feeding your mind with empowering thoughts. This is why visualization, affirmations, and self-discipline are so powerful. They are tools for reprogramming your subconscious mind to match the reality you desire. A queen does not wake up questioning her worth. She does not allow negative thoughts to dictate her emotions. She does not let fear, insecurity, or doubt run her life. Instead, she trains her mind to support her power. She chooses thoughts that elevate her. She conditions her subconscious to expect success, love, and abundance. This is not luck. This is self-mastery. To rewire your mind for royalty, you must become aware of your dominant thoughts. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, or I'll never achieve that, stop immediately. Replace it with a new belief. I am powerful. I am capable. I am already becoming the woman I was meant to be. At first, this might feel unnatural. That's because your brain is used to running old, limiting programs. But just like training a muscle, repetition will strengthen new neural pathways until they become your new default state. Your environment plays a crucial role in this transformation. If you surround yourself with negativity, whether through toxic relationships, the media you consume, or self-defeating conversations, your subconscious will absorb that energy. A queen is selective about what she allows into her mental space. She feeds her mind with knowledge, inspiration, and high-frequency energy. She listens to empowering voices, reads books that expand her vision, and surrounds herself with people who remind her of her greatness. If something does not support her growth, she lets it go. Your emotions are also key indicators of your subconscious programming. If you constantly feel anxious, unworthy, or stuck, it means there are beliefs beneath the surface that need to be reprogrammed. Instead of suppressing these emotions, use them as a guide. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? Is this thought aligned with the woman I am becoming? The moment you realize you have the power to change the story, you take back control of your reality. Your subconscious responds to repetition and emotion. This is why affirmations and visualization are so powerful. They imprint new beliefs into your mind. But it's not just about saying the words. You must feel them. When you affirm, I am confident, I am successful, I am a queen, you must embody that energy as if it were already true. Feel the confidence in your body. Imagine yourself walking into a room with grace and certainty. Picture your dream life as if it is already yours. The more you do this, the more your subconscious accepts it as reality. Action is the final piece of reprogramming your mind. You cannot just think differently. You must also act differently. A queen does not wait for the perfect moment. She moves boldly toward her vision. Even when fear arises, she takes action anyway because she has trained her mind to support her, not sabotage her. If you want to rewire your subconscious for power, start making decisions from your future self, not your past self. Ask yourself, what would the highest version of me do in this situation? Then do it. Your subconscious mind is always listening, always learning, always adapting. The question is, what are you teaching it? Are you reinforcing old limitations, or are you training it to align with your greatness? The choice is yours. Energy is everything. It is the silent force that speaks before you even open your mouth. It shapes the way people perceive you, the way opportunities come to you, and the way your reality unfolds. A queen does not just wear a crown. She carries an energy that commands respect, radiates confidence, and attracts abundance. She does not have to announce her power because it is felt the moment she walks into a room. If you want to step into your highest self, you must embody the energy of a queen long before the world reflects it back to you. The truth is, most people operate from the energy of uncertainty, self-doubt, and fear. They hesitate, they seek validation, and they second-guess their own worth. They walk into a room apologetically shrinking their presence to make others comfortable. They allow their emotions to be dictated by external circumstances, reacting instead of leading. But a queen does the opposite. She knows that she sets the tone. She knows that her energy dictates her reality, not the other way around. She does not react, she decides. She does not wait, she moves with certainty. She does not question. She embodies the woman she is meant to be. Everything in this universe operates on frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, and even your physical body emit an energetic signal. When you embody confidence, self-worth, and abundance, you attract experiences that align with that energy. When you embody fear, scarcity, and self-doubt, you attract circumstances that match that vibration. This is why stepping into the energy of a queen is not just about thinking differently, it is about being different. It is about feeling different. It is about moving through the world as if you already are the woman you desire to become. Your posture, your presence, and even the way you breathe must align with the queen within you. Have you ever noticed how confident people carry themselves? They don't rush, they don't fidget, they don't shrink themselves. They stand tall, they move with purpose, they speak with certainty. Their energy commands a room without force. That is the embodiment of a queen. She does not demand attention. She naturally attracts it. She does not chase, she magnetizes. This is not about arrogance or superiority. It is about owning your presence and stepping into your full power. One of the most powerful ways to embody this energy is through self-trust. A queen does not seek endless advice before making a decision. She listens to her intuition. She trusts her own wisdom. She understands that her power comes from within, not from the approval of others. If you want to embody the energy of a queen, you must start trusting yourself more than you doubt yourself. You must make decisions with conviction, knowing that whatever choice you make, you have the power to navigate and adapt. Your words carry energy as well. A queen does not speak from a place of weakness. She does not use language that diminishes her power. She does not say, I hope, I wish, or maybe one day. She speaks in absolutes. I am, I will. It is already mine. She does not waste energy complaining or doubting. She uses her voice to affirm her power, to declare her vision, and to uplift those around her. Every word she speaks reinforces her reality. Another crucial element of embodying queen energy is emotional mastery. Life will always present challenges, but the way you respond determines your power. A queen does not let small inconveniences shake her. She does not allow the opinions of others to dictate how she feels. She understands that she is the source of her own peace, her own joy, and her own stability. She does not react emotionally. She chooses her response. This does not mean suppressing emotions. It means mastering them. It means recognizing when fear is speaking, acknowledging it, and choosing to move forward anyway. It means not allowing temporary setbacks to make you forget who you are. Your actions must align with your energy. You cannot say you are a queen and then behave in ways that contradict that identity. If you truly believe in your power, your actions will reflect it. You will set boundaries without guilt. You will invest in yourself without hesitation. You will walk away from situations that do not honor you. You will hold yourself to the highest standard because you understand that you are worthy of nothing less. This is the secret. The world will only treat you the way you treat yourself. If you embody the energy of someone who is unsure, you will attract people and circumstances that reflect that. If you embody the energy of a queen, the world will mirror that back to you. It all starts with you. You do not wait for validation. You do not wait for permission. You become the energy first, and then everything else falls into place. Your standards define your reality. What you allow, what you tolerate, and what you accept are direct reflections of how you see yourself. A queen does not lower her standards to make others comfortable. She does not settle for less than what she knows she deserves. She does not entertain mediocrity in any form, whether in her relationships, her career, or the way she treats herself. She understands that by raising her standards, she elevates her entire life. Most people live in a state of compromise, constantly making excuses for why they should settle. They stay in jobs that drain them, relationships that no longer serve them, and environments that do not nourish their growth. They tell themselves that this is just how life is, that they can't ask for too much, or that it's better than nothing. But a queen refuses to accept anything that does not align with her highest self. She is not afraid to say no. She is not afraid to walk away. She is not afraid to demand more, not because she is entitled, but because she understands her worth. Your standards are a form of self-respect. If you accept mistreatment, it's because deep down you believe that is all you deserve. If you tolerate half-hearted effort from yourself or others, it's because you have conditioned yourself to settle for less. But the moment you decide to raise your standards, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready for more. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. If you tolerate inconsistency, you will receive inconsistency. If you settle for bare minimum effort, that is exactly what you will get. If you accept excuses, but when you hold yourself to a higher standard, when you refuse to engage with anything that does not meet your level, you create space for better opportunities, healthier relationships, and greater success to enter your life. A queen does not chase, she attracts. She does not beg for attention, love, or validation. She expects to be treated with respect because she respects herself first. She does not tolerate dishonesty, disrespect, or half-hearted effort. She does not allow people to take advantage of her kindness. She does not settle for a life that is anything less than extraordinary. But the key is she holds herself to the same high standards that she expects from others. She does not demand loyalty, effort, or commitment if she is not first embodying those qualities herself. She leads by example. It all starts with the standards you set for yourself. How do you show up every day? Do you take care of your mind, body, and soul? Do you follow through on your commitments even when no one is watching? Do you demand excellence from yourself, or do you make excuses for why you can't? A queen does not cut corners. She does not procrastinate on her dreams. She does not wait for the perfect moment. She commits to her growth, her discipline, and her purpose with unwavering dedication. She understands that if she does not hold herself accountable, no one else will. When you raise your standards, you may lose people. Not everyone will be able to rise with you. Some will be intimidated by your strength. Some will resent the fact that you are no longer willing to settle for less. Some will try to convince you that you are asking for too much. But a queen does not lower herself to be more digestible to those who are not willing to grow. She understands that her elevation will naturally filter out those who do not belong in her kingdom. She is not afraid to be alone because she knows that by standing in her power, she will attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances that align with her vision. Raising your standards is not just about what you allow from others. It is about what you allow from yourself. If you want love, success, and abundance, you must first create a life that reflects those desires. You must show up as the person who is worthy of them. You must operate at a higher level. You must embody the discipline, confidence, and resilience that a queen carries every single day. This is not about perfection. It is about commitment. It is about refusing to settle for anything less. Your emotions are also a crucial part of this process. Many people sabotage their ability to attract what they want because they allow their emotions to be dictated by their current circumstances instead of their desired future. If you constantly feel frustrated, discouraged, or impatient, you are sending out an energy that repels what you desire. Instead, train yourself to feel gratitude, joy, and excitement for the things you want before they physically arrive. When you feel abundant before abundance comes, when you feel loved before love arrives, and when you feel successful before success manifests, you shift your energy to match the reality you want to create. The reason this works is that you are not just hoping for a better future. You are becoming the person who is already living that future. And when your identity shifts, your external reality has no choice but to shift with it. Most people try to change their circumstances without changing themselves, but real transformation happens from the inside out. When you embody the energy of the person who already has what you desire, life begins to rearrange itself to match your new state of being. You no longer chase because you have already become the person who attracts effortlessly. Surrender and trust the process is one of the most powerful yet difficult principles to embody. Most people spend their lives trying to control every detail, obsessing over outcomes and fearing uncertainty. They believe that if they don't push, force, or constantly take action, things will fall apart. But this approach is rooted in fear, not faith. True attraction happens when you learn to release control and trust that what is meant for you will come at the perfect time and in the perfect way. People who chase are operating from a mindset of scarcity. They believe that if they don't act immediately, they will miss out on opportunities, relationships, or success. This fear creates desperation, and desperation pushes things away. The energy of chasing is an energy of lack. It tells the universe that you don't believe what you desire is already yours, so you feel the need to grasp at it. But a queen understands that what is meant for her cannot be lost. She does not beg, plead, or struggle to make things happen. She moves with certainty, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Surrender is not about doing nothing or being passive. It is about understanding the balance between inspired action and letting go. When you are aligned with your highest self, you will know when to take action and when to step back. There are moments when effort is required, but there are also moments when the best thing you can do is trust. Many people block their own blessings because they are too attached to how things should happen. They want a specific job, a specific partner, or a specific outcome. And when things don't go their way, they panic. They resist change, hold on to things that are not meant for them, and fail to see that something better is trying to come into their lives. The key to surrendering is understanding that your role is to set the intention, embody the energy, and take aligned action. But the how and when are not up to you. Imagine planting a seed. You water it, you give it sunlight, and you trust that in time it will grow. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's working. You don't panic if you don't see results immediately. You trust the natural process. Attraction works the same way. When you set an intention and align with it energetically, the universe begins moving things behind the scenes. But if you constantly doubt, worry, and try to control every detail, you disrupt the flow. Trusting the process also means understanding that delays and detours are not punishments. They are redirections. Sometimes things don't happen the way you expect because something better is on the way. But if you are too focused on what is not happening, you might miss the opportunity altogether. A queen does not resist change. She embraces it. She understands that the universe has a greater perspective than she does, so she does not cling to things that are not working. If something falls away, she trusts that it is making space for something greater. If things take time, she remains patient, knowing that what is truly hers can never be taken from her. One of the biggest obstacles to surrendering is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of loss. People hold on to relationships that no longer serve them because they fear being alone. They stay in jobs they hate because they fear uncertainty. They chase after love, success, or validation because they fear that if they don't, they will never have it. But fear-based actions create resistance. When you operate from fear, you are sending out an energy that tells the universe you do not trust in your own worth or in the process of life. The moment you let go of fear and move into trust, everything shifts. Instead of chasing, you attract. Instead of stressing, you allow. Instead of resisting, you flow. This is why queens do not chase. They do not need to. They know that their energy is enough. They know that what is meant for them is already on its way. They do not operate from a place of fear, but from a place of deep, unwavering trust. And because of this, everything they desire comes to them effortlessly.